Shalom, Erev Tov, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News, broadcast to you from Jerusalem. President Donald Trump calls on Israel to reach an agreement with Syria. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Jerusalem is open to an agreement with Damascus that guarantees Israel's national security interests are preserved. Israeli President Yitzhak Herzog says he will weigh Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plight for a pardon seriously. U.S. Special Envoy for Syria, Ambassador Tom Barrack, met with Damascus's de facto leader, President Ahmed al-Shara, during the course of which the two were said to discuss the latest developments in the region and issues of common interests. The visit coincided with a statement published by President Donald Trump in which he announced, quote, "The United States is very satisfied with the results displayed through hard work and determination in the country of Syria." The president then stressed that his administration is doing everything within its power to make sure the government of Syria continued to do what was intended, which Washington regards as substantial, in order to build a true and prosperous country. President Trump continued by pointing at his decision to terminate sanctions against Syria as one of the things that helped them greatly. Separately, amid continued tensions between Israel and Damascus over the latter's refusal to establish a buffer zone and grant protection to the Druze and Christian minorities in southern Syria, President Trump stressed, quote, "It is very important that Israel maintain a strong and true dialogue with Syria and that nothing take place that will interfere with Syria's evolution into a prosperous state." The American leader went on to insist that the new president of Syria, Ahmed al-Shara, is working diligently to make sure good things happen and that both Syria and Israel will have a long and prosperous relationship together. He went on to proclaim, quote, "This is a historic opportunity and adds to the success already attained for peace in the Middle East." It is important to point out that Damascus continues to besiege the southern region of Seuraa, where roughly 550,000 Druze and Christian populations reside. Damascus's aim is to so-called choke the region into submission, refusing any guarantees of freedom of worship or any other type of concession that does not converge with Islamic laws. To date, the people of Seuraa continue to stand firm in their refusal to succumb to the Islamist diktats of Damascus, particularly after its jihadist forces committed a massacre against the Druze and Christians, murdering over 2,000 individuals and kidnapping hundreds others. Meanwhile, Israel demands that Damascus open a humanitarian corridor into Seuraa from Syria's Golan Heights to grant the Druze and Christian communities crucial humanitarian relief. Nevertheless, Damascus continues to refuse any such corridor, claiming fears that Israel would exploit such a humanitarian corridor to decentralize Syria. Moreover, in an attempt to project national solidarity with Damascus's position, President Ahmed al-Shara called for a day of national unity in which thousands of regime supporters in territories under its control flooded the streets, calling for a one Syria. Meanwhile, during Shah's military procession in Damascus, his so-called reformed military were captured, chanting a call for jihad against Israel.
خيبر خيبر يا يهود خيبر خيبر يا يهود جيش محمد سوف يعود جيش محمد سوف يعود خيبر خيبر يا يهود خيبر خيبر يا يهود جيش محمد سوف يعود جيش محمد سوف يعود.
It is important to explain that the chant refers to the Battle of Khaybar of 628 AD, in which the Muslim revered Prophet Muhammad and his followers triumphed in a decisive battle against Jewish tribes living in the oasis of Khaybar, which is located in present-day Saudi Arabia. The Jewish tribes living there were either murdered, fled, or were subjugated and forced to pay tribute after their defeat. In contemporary Arab and Islamist protests, The chant is used as an explicit threat against Jews at large and the state of Israel in particular, as it implies that what happened to the Jews of Haibar at the hands of Muhammad's army will happen again, namely, Jews will be defeated, subjugated, or murdered. Recognizing those intentions by Damascus's forces, albeit they too weak to execute their intentions today, Israel has nonetheless launched near-daily intelligence-driven raids against jihadist and Islamist terror cells throughout southern Syria. One of those raids, which the IDF executed on Friday, aimed to apprehend two suspected terror operatives of the Lebanese Jama'ah Islamiyah, an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood that had fought alongside Hezbollah in Lebanon against Israel during the Seven-Front War since October 8th of 2023. However, the IDF troops came under fire when members of Damascus's internal intelligence forces executed an ambush during the course of which many of Syria's forces engaged were either eliminated or wounded. Separately, 6 IDF paratroopers were also injured in the incident, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited them today to wish them a speedy recovery personally, while hearing a first-hand recount of the battle that took place in Syria's village of Beit Shan.
אני פה עם פצועי צה"ל הגיבורים, אחרי הפעולה האחרונה שלנו בסוריה. אחרי ה-7 באוקטובר, אנחנו נחושים להגן על היישובים שלנו בגבולותינו, כולל בגבול הצפון, ולמנוע התבססות של טרוריסטים ופעולות עוינות נגדנו, להגן על בעלי בריתנו הדרוזים, ולהבטיח שמדינת ישראל תהיה פתוחה מהתקפה קרקעית ואחרת מהאזורים צמודי הגבול.
In an apparent response to President Donald Trump's statement, Prime Minister Netanyahu further expressed Israel's unwavering position in accordance with Jerusalem's post-October 7th doctrine.
מה שאנחנו מצפים בסוריה לעשות זה כמובן להקים אזור חיץ מפורז מדמשק ועד אזור החיץ, וכמובן מבואות החרמון ושיא החרמון. אנחנו מחזיקים בשטחים הללו כדי להבטיח את ביטחון אזרחי ישראל, וזה מה שמחייב אותנו. ברוח טובה, בהבנה של העקרונות הללו, אפשר גם להגיע להסכם עם הסורים, אבל אנחנו נעמוד על עקרונותינו בכל מקרה.
Turning to a domestic issue of importance, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, after gaining tailwind from President Donald Trump, has officially requested from President Yitzhak Herzog a pardon after 6 years of facing trial on charges of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, allegations Netanyahu vehemently denies.
אזרחי ישראל היקרים, פעם אחר פעם נבחרתי בבחירות דמוקרטיות וקיבלתי את האמון שלכם להמשיך לכהן כראש ממשלת ישראל בראש וראשונה כדי לממש יעדים היסטוריים אלה. מטעמים אלה הגישו היום עורכי דיני בקשה לחנינה לנשיא המדינה. אני מצפה שכל מי שטובת המדינה לנגד עיניו יתמוך בצעד זה.
Netanyahu continued by stressing the court's decision to force him to now appear 3 times a week before a court, which he stressed was no less than a witch hunt aimed at crippling his capacity to serve as prime minister at a crucial period of geostrategic significance.
האינטרס האישי שלי היה ונותר להמשיך את התהליך עד סופו, עד לזיכוי המלא בכל היישובים. אבל המציאות הביטחונית והמדינית, האינטרס הלאומי, אלה מחייבים אחרת. מדינת ישראל ניצבת מול אתגרים כבירים ולצידם הזדמנויות אדירות. כדי להדוף את האיומים, כדי לממש את ההזדמנויות, נדרשת אחדות לאומית. המשך המשפט קורע אותנו מבפנים, מעורר מחלקות הזאת, מעצים שסעים. אני בטוח, כמו רבים אחרים בעם, שסיום מיידי של המשפט יסייע רבות להנמיך את הלהבות ולקדם פיוס רחב שהמדינה שלנו כל כך זקוקה לו.
Israel's opposition leader immediately responded to Netanyahu's request, demanding he resign before getting any type of presidential pardon.
אני קורא מפה לנשיא הרצוג. אתה לא יכול לתת לו חנינה, בלי הודעה באשמה, הבעת חרטה ופרישה מיידית מהחיים הפוליטיים.
President Yitzhak Herzog has responded to Prime Minister Netanyahu's request for a pardon.
סוגיית הפנייה לחנינה של ראש הממשלה בנימין נתניהו, ברור לי שהיא מטלטלת הרבה מאוד אנשים בארץ וציבורים שונים, והיא מעוררת ויכוח, אבל כבר הבהרתי ואמרתי, היא תטופל בצורה הנכונה ביותר, המדויקת ביותר. אני אשקול אך ורק את טובת המדינה והחברה הישראלית, ולנגד עיניי רק מדינת ישראל וטובתה. וברור לי, אבל דבר אחד ברור לי, שיח אלים לא משפיע עליי, להפך. ושיח מכבד בהחלט מעורר דיון ומעורר שיח. ואני מזמין את הציבור הישראלי לאתר בית הנשיא, בית העם, להביע את דעתו ולהתייחס בהתאם.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. I'd like to immediately encourage you to pray for our persecuted brothers and sisters globally, as well as for the peace of Jerusalem and redemption of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen, wishing you an Erev Mevorach. Until our next update, Shalom from Jerusalem.